Scrombling time.
Did you know it's time to scromble? It's time to scromble, scromble time.
Scrombles.
Hello, and welcome to the Courtesy Flush.
Hi there.
Scromble
And
time.
the music just shuts right off. It has no fade out. Oh well.
Fucked.
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Welcome to the Courtesy Flush. We're here on the comfy couch. It is very warm.
It is very
Except
warm
for
in
Goat,
our
who
house.
is apparently burning up.
I'm not burning up. I was cold.
It is
I'm sorry,
warm.
cold, yes.
It is warm in our home because the air conditioning is of slightly newer vintage
It is
than the house itself. And
slightly newer.
guess what? In about 10 years, this house will celebrate its 100th birthday.
I find it funny that the air conditioner is an awful lot like what you'd imagine someone explaining how an air conditioner works, but blowing on you. You know what I mean? Where they go like, well, how does an air conditioner work? And they go, imagine, but slightly colder. And that's what we have right now.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It certainly feels like if ever you've sat...
We
in
have
a-
it, though.
Yeah, well, it feels like if ever you've sat in a naval vessel while they have their AC running. and
Yeah, the
they'll-
AC.
Just
Jets of air.
So just it's sure it's there, but it's not really what you think it is. It's directed cold.
Is Goat sick?
No.
Is Goat sick? Look at Goat.
No.
He's pretty sick, I'd say.
comfy.
Believe it or not, we all got
Go ahead and load that
exposed.
game up.
We all get exposed to COVID, and none of
Maybe.
us caught it.
No, we
Maybe.
didn't get exposed to it. Otherwise, we'd catch it.
Well, that's what I mean. Is it was like
Somebody who visited us got exposed to it, and I think they got it, and then we didn't catch it.
yeah, you know why we didn't?
Why is that?
Because we fight germs all the time using kung fu, and we are strong. We box the germs.
Yes, we do that here constantly.
That's why
with
when
my
you hear
kung fu that I know.
when you hear banging in the background, we gave up on building herd immunity,
put it.
and we decided to instead embrace the way of Scrombles and just to punch all the germs. We were just like, no, we cannot have sickness. We have to beat it up, you know.
Jeff Bezos.
No, I can't have that. No. No.
You don't like our Jeff Bezos
Please
song?
don't shut
no,
my
he doesn't
stream
like
down.
it. All
And
right.
maybe it will make you.
They're eating a chicken fried steak. What is your opinion on chicken fried steak, Goat?
What is chicken fried steak?
Oh my sweet fucking Jesus.
I've had it. Like
Tex
I know
just-
I've had it, but it's like, what is it? What?
The,
All right,
the star of Texas just slightly got less shiny.
Take a cube steak. Take a cube steak, salt, pepper, batter it, fry it, usually cornmeal batter, and then serve it with white cream gravy and green beans and a fucking roll.
What does that have to do with chicken?
Chicken fried steak.
Like it's like chicken fried, used as a hyphenate,
Yeah.
indicates that it is fried in the manner of a chicken, much like fried chicken
Oh.
style X or Y. They've done that to cheap steak. It is a
And pickles.
It is a southern aphorism.
Okay.
And Mountain Dew cookies. All right, I'm from Cleveland. Just ignore that last one.
I was gonna say, Mike, how far are you going? Are you just gonna be like, yeah, and dill butter?
Yeah, I was not gonna say dill butter. Now that you brought it up, dill butter.
My grandmother had a collection of little molds.
Hello.
That you would put like butter into and then freeze.
Oh, like a Jello mold, but for butter.
Yeah. So then
Oh.
at the Christmas table, she would bring it out
Lovely.
and put it in the center of the table and uncase it from the mold. And so this butter woman would just sit there and stare at you, and you couldn't use it because it was fucking frozen solid butter. You needed a goddamn lightsaber to cut that fucking thing. And so it's just sitting there, and you can't do anything with it because it's like a Christmas dinner. There's like all the food there, and you'd never at the Christmas
So
dinner
is
do
it
you
just
say
a
like,
placeholder? Like
right. Like never at a Christmas dinner, you're like, hey, could you hand me a giant chunk of frozen butter in the shape of some weird duchess? No. So my grandmother did this every fucking year. And I remember like my grandfather would be like, ah, yes, thank you for the butter, lady. And he would like act like it was necessary at the table.
Yeah.
He would be like, oh, yes, please hand me the butter, lady.
Only knows what she's doing.
And then uses it like on a roll or something, like a crayon. It was amazing. Sorry.
No, that was perfect.
I'm just telling random stories now.
Scrombles do what Scromble do best.
Hi,
Kill
Daisy.
rat.
Yeah.
Daisy says, I don't know about dill butter, but dill bread, though, pretty good. I think dill butter is good, especially if you're like pan cooking something. But it's also pretty good, like, just on bread. I remember.
4 dancing lights. Salute.
Now, these
look,
rats are
there's
kind of
digs.
special because they have poison in their attack, if I remember correctly.
What?
So, yeah,
What are these rats doing in this field?
they're eating
Orion
the crops.
Why?
Orion
That is something
here.
that vermin such as rats do.
Orion here.
This is why cats were kind of domesticated.
Can cats kill those? I don't think
well, yeah,
so.
those didn't exist.
I don't know, man. I think
in the before times.
You have no fucking. I've seen
look like-
cats kill things many times their size. They're very, very angy.
Like, that's a normal sized
that
rat.
rat took a 44.
That's pretty normal for a rat.
I've shot a rat with a 44 Magnum. What are you talking about? Like, what is?
They
Did it
have at least
survive?
they have more health
No,
points.
of course not.
What I'm saying is that one did.
Most rats have more health points. Don't
Also,
get.
that's the size of a football.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty big.
I've seen rats that big, yeah.
Rats are great creatures,
No,
except
they're not.
when I guess they're tearing apart this person's poorly designed farm. Like, if there was anybody who runs a farm and saw this and went, "Nah, man, nah, look at what you're doing."
If rats
so
were
many
that big,
things
if rats were
cross-pollinated.
that big, there would be no crops there,
Yes.
and then rats would not be that big. It's like nature fucks things up that get that big. It's just like, don't do that.
Something willing suspension of disbelief.
Hey,
And
Polish Drone Strike actually has something to say for you, Goat. He says, "Goat, the blanket and angle makes you look like King Ass Ripper. I'm sorry."
What is King Ass Ripper, Mr. Polish?
Wow.
King Ass Ripper was an early internet meme known for the juxtaposition of extremely large flatulence and the timing of musical numbers.
Very nice. That sounds like something. That sounds like a goal for me.
Listen, I don't know everything. I don't know all the things, but I know some of the things.
You're running away.
Oh, I
and
see. I got
real-
fucking poisoned. I was right.
What?
I haven't played this game in fucking 9 years, and I remember it.
Dude,
I went and checked.
don't worry about it. Oh, hey, did you know it? Everyone said it's Mike's birthday. Did you know that?
That's Brian says that. Oh wait, who said that first? Polish Drone Strike.
Everyone just keeps saying it's Mike's birthday.
Yeah, my birthday was a few months ago.
I seem to recall that.
Yeah.
I seem to recall that, in fact. If so, yeah, that seems to be kind of the thing. So what are we getting Mike for his birthday?
A new cursed hot dog machine.
A subscription
No.
to hot dogs.
No.
Okay, you know what? I think that would be interesting. Can someone find if there is a hot dog subscription service?
I blew its
Wait.
eyes out.
Get me jury duty for your birthday. Happy birthday. You get jury duty.
You get to judge your fellow man or lady, depending on the crime. Bum, bum, bum. Circumstantial evidence.
I'm like, man, 2,000 milligrams is an awful lot of weed, man. That's what I would say out loud. 2,000 milligrams.
You just
wow.
say that out loud in court. 2,000 milligrams is an awful lot of meat. Just to
Contempt in
trigger.
court.
Just if I get called for jury duty, here's how I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to do one of two things. I'm going to repeat everything they say to me, but in the form of a question.
Fuck.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That is what I asked you.
Well, what did you ask me?
I forget. What did you ask me? Did you ask me a question?
See that? Yeah.
And then the bailiff just does this once on your face, and you're like,
yeah.
holy shit, I just remembered my childhood. Can you do that again?
I'd like to forget. So yeah, that's what I do. Is you can be like deliberately obfuscating. The other one is just they say just take a really hard stance on something very trivial. So they're like, do you have any strong feelings about like violence? And I'd be like, let me tell you this, man. One time somebody stole my fucking bike. I shouldn't tell you this, but I stole like 80 bikes after that.
Oh, it's like I learned from the master.
I learned from the master. And you just tell a story like that, and they're like, Jesus Christ, just make up an NPC story.
I know that this is probably not the right time, but I don't know when that will be. So I'd like to point out that I have about 80 bikes for sale. To anybody
just Ricky it. Exactly. From Trailer Park Boys. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Is just be like, I don't know. I figured while I was here just to sell the bikes to the people who can afford to go to court.
This is the real farming simulator.
Am I missing anything? There's supposed to be like
Your
a little
sanity?
speech bubble thing when you killed all the rats, but I'm not seeing them.
Speech bubble. What?
Hold on. Just walk and zigzag through because sometimes they can.
Also, you're poisoned, so.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Thanks for reminding me. Scrombles eat antidote. Crunchy.
Yeah, he just eats the bottle, and he
Yeah.
was just like, "This is a terrible gusher."
It's too running on the inside. That's
Wow.
his problem with it.
Polish Drone Strike says, I want to congratulate Mike for having the best restream chat integration in the stream game. You are the only channel who does it properly, and it works.
Oh, there's one. There's
Oh,
the fucking
well, thank you.
last guy.
I just have it set to basically relay chat between YouTube and Twitch because
Yeah, there we go.
depending on what day it is, there are probably going to be more people who are going to watch on YouTube or Twitch. And it's weird how Twitch actually works with any bot program. It's like way more open to it.
Get
and then
ready, guys.
YouTube is just like, get fucked.
We're about to get the best fucking quest reward in the game.
All right. Test Square says, Tex found the bike thief after knocking over a whole Walmart bike section. When we last met, I was but a student. But now,
Oh, yeah.
I am the master.
Mo, what?
Scromble says something accidentally very base. All furry's dead.
Fantastic. And here's your reward. He digs in his pants and produces a half-eaten cookie. Now be a good little caveman and take your cookie outside and play.
This cookie is unironically really good because it gives you +1 AP for a while. Ooga. So now we're going to do the other quest that we're able to do in Modoc.
The mole rat went down. He was too tough to tussle. He stood too tall, and you took him down to the bottom rung. You destroy him with the elbow of justice. Oh, yeah. Time to snap into a Slim Jim.
Thank you, Robert White.
Yeah.
Well put.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly, David. It's just like...
Oh, yeah, here we go.
It wouldn't look like that if YouTube and Twitch had
Scrombles
better
find
integration.
cow that hurty.
Not many see, the problem is these platforms will never make integration like this because it means that you're using another platform, which they do not agree with.
Scrombles heal.
You healed a poor little cow.
Yeah, look, she's following me around.
Hell yeah, battle cow.
Scrombles take cow to turn into jerky.
Oh, it's not like the Nolly War cow where you just put a gun on its back.
No.
I like that thing.
She won't follow you out of town.
Well, that sounds like she's meat.
That's exactly what. That's
You know
exactly.
what I think would be a Chad Scrombles continuance? Maybe after Fallout 3 and 4. I had an idea for a Chad Scrombles continuance idea.
Yeah? What'd you get?
I challenge Mike to beat Mountain Blade.
You challenged me to beat a game that I've destroyed many times over.
Yes.
Do you know that they called me the Bandit King?
They did never call you.
They call me the Bandit King because there isn't a single outpost left in the fucking game that can withstand my might.
Is that so?
Yes.
All right.
I drink from their skulls.
I'd like to watch that.
You know what? It's literally
really like to watch that.
It's literally Mike gets a horse, and then the rest of the game is me riding around on said horse, destroying armies because they can't stop me.
I wanna.
Unless you get hit by that one random arrow.
That is always the problem. Or even worse, like the one. By the time you run into an enemy bad guy that has the strength and ability to throw like a javelin like 100 yards,
Yeah.
So you'll be running at them, and a guy throws like a cruise missile from his fucking horse that like nails you right in the neck, and you're like, oh well, never mind, fuck that.
All right,
That's quite
Scrombles
literally what
see
happens.
Bad doggies want eat moo-moos, Scrombles go and eat doggies.
As you must.
I've become the
cycle of
Bandit King
Scrombles.
many times because there's nothing like once you become strong enough to take them down, they're like, well, that's not of noble blood. I'm like, noble blood these nuts. That's how I fucking answer.
I would love for you to do that because if we continue this, we'll get to Fallout 3 and 4, right? And I promise I will do 3 or 4.
You asked me to do 3, I thought.
Yeah, no, I'd said, but I'm saying.
Why not me?
Well,
Because I'm better at it than
well,
you are.
hold on.
Fallout 3,
Fuck
baby.
you say?
Hold on. I did 1. I did Scrombles 1.
It's Oblivion
okay,
with
okay.
Gabe's
guns.
doing
That's fair.
Scrombles 2. Mike's doing Scrombles 3.
Yeah.
And if we don't have a 4th person here, then
We'll all wear one big T-shirt, and then all of us have to use something on the keyboard.
I hate your solution and suggestion, and I want to cause you harm for saying it.
Yes.
But no, I
In
think that,
public.
but what I think would be great after that is after 4 we could do definitely Mountain Blade 1 and then Mountain Blade 2.
What about New Vegas?
Well, sure, we have to do New Vegas. Tactics is
Yeah.
a maybe, because I love New Vegas, absolutely. But I would want to probably save New Vegas for final, because
Yeah.
heavily modded New Vegas, not ruinously modded, but heavily modded for stability, tasteful additions.
Tasteful nudes.
No, I mean just we're missing parts of the game.
Yeah,
Finished,
restored cut content.
exactly.
Maybe the J Sawyer mod.
Yeah, and maybe like a handful of fucking guns and stuff, but play that as like a final palate cleanser after Fallout 4's mediocrity.
Are you going to fight all of whatever those things are in the woods and then all of these cows?
No, I'm protecting the cows. How did I
Tactics-
miss that? Oh no, I haven't.
Tactics was not bad. Tactics got
It's just a
shit on.
slog.
Tactics got shit on so badly, but it was not a bad game. If you played it in real time, it sucked. If you played it in turn-based, it was okay. The campaign was all right, but it felt Fallout-ish. It had good atmosphere, it had fun bits, and when you can run around with like a mod deuce from the hip, it's pretty fucking rad. Power armor also felt awesome, and going through a lot of the
Yeah.
underground bits felt terrifying, especially the old bases.
Oh, hey, I got to just subscribe for another month.
That and the tank was awesome.
Wow. I have Fallout New Vegas. I've not played it before. Should play it vanilla before modding it? Question mark.
New
no,
Vegas?
don't
No.
play Fallout New Vegas vanilla. There are a lot of guides that'll tell you like basic mods you should get. A lot of them that are just restoring cut content, or even if you don't want to bother with that, there's still a lot. Like you want to get like Fallout New Vegas 4 GB patch, so it's not crashing all the time like it did on launch. Like I
Yeah.
played New Vegas on launch. I pre-ordered it even.
I played it on a console on launch, dude.
Oh God.
Yeah, like it would actually brick a 360. It would
Yeah.
brick it. Like you would play it and it would lock it up and bad.
See, the dogs are just
Yeah.
ignoring me and going for the cows, which is bullshit.
Yeah. Honestly, scorpions are just stingy dogs.
Yeah. Or dogs are just bitey scorpions, as Scrombles would see it.
Yeah, stand to deliver upon Baron Crow your finest and mightiest MIDI equipment and sausages. I don't think so. I don't think that I deserve that sausage.
So sig.
Not yet.
So sick.
It does look like you're fighting everything. I'm not gonna lie. When I see that much red outline, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Why are the cows angry?
They're not.
Is this the cow level?
God, there is no cow level.
What?
Yeah, that one's running away.
There's a mod in Fallout 4 where you can have a Deathclaw as your follower ally and another mod to change its voice to Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
My favorite. and
That's
it's not
kinda
a
funny,
I don't-
actually.
And it's not a real mod to my knowledge, but somebody on Tumblr posted this. Was Death Grips, the lore friendly companion, where they just wrote out dialogue and it was just random bits of MC Ride lyrics.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, LT424 is continuing the gift sub they got from Arkai21. Wow. Thank you for the
Wow.
courtesy. Everyone's like really, this is probably the most active I've ever seen Twitch, really.
How many people we got?
I don't know. But I was I just meant like active in the chat. Because normally it's people on YouTube there seems to be more people there for this stuff.
They're fucking up this cow. They're all ganging up on one cow, which is pretty realistic. And these darkness penalties are just doing me in. It's almost like this is based off GURPS.
Yes. Now
What?
kill them all.
So you can't shoot them because it's too dark outside?
I can't hit them reliably because it's dark. It's pitch black, dude. There's no fucking artificial lighting anymore.
No, well, you have plenty of light. You have your eyes. Your Scrombles, man. See harder.
You must train your eyes.
You must
train your eyes.
squint
Like, yeah,
more.
you have to squint more. Like, think about Clint Eastwood, right?
The augury.
Oh, God.
Thank you for the
augury.
curse.
Thank you,
I got one of the
augury.
cows.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
well.
Like, think about Clint Eastwood, right? He just squints in all of his movies. He
Yeah.
squints really hard. So if he squinted hard his whole life, think about how hard he could look at things.
It's what makes him a great director. He's like,
Yeah,
I don't
he's
need
got-
all this light.
I don't need all this light, and he just narrows his eyes, and people are like, God damn, he's got a great eye.
Yeah. It could be more people started using Twitch after the WBPL got started. I made an account for the first time for that reason. Ah, okay. Bringing people over to the dark side. It's not the story a Jedi would tell you.
Not from a Jedi.
Good old Grandpa Palpatine. I would love to go to his house.
I'm gonna shoot lightning
Oh, wow. 4 dancing lights.
for...
I offer you Bezos bucks to tempt the train. Choo choo.
I
Oh, the-
won't dollar the train.
I'll just put all the money that I get from this to whomever. I have no idea. I should go and check and see how much there has actually been since I've started this. I enjoy YouTube for its archiving, but Twitch is way better for active participation. Yeah, I agree.
They're both engineered for different fucking things, and it just definitely feels like it.
Max Drive 1993.
Max Drive 1993 from the makers of Toyota. Max Drive.
I also like that. That is
0 to 80 kilometers
that was
in
the same
4
year.
seconds.
the same year that I got super into watching TV
Yeah.
because that's when Power Rangers first aired.
Oh.
And I was like 5 years old. And I was like, oh, buddy.
Yeah, you better run, fucking dogs.
Well, they're not going to run away from the cows. They're just running away from the angry man who's shooting blindly into the night with his shotgun.
And a 44.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
He's like, it's too bright. Can't see.
Look, fighting Scrombles 2 is like watching a pirate fight.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we over on WBPL do appreciate everyone who made the move over to Twitch to enjoy our UHF station. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, WBPL is a blast, and so is the Curse Flesh. I appreciate that, Super Chief. I also stream over there as well on Tuesday. Been playing a game called The Captain. Tex is there on Monday playing Parkitect with the Deputy.
I shit on Kojima some weeks, and then other weeks we design really interesting theme parks.
Just reminded me we got another wonderful podcast coming up, so I'm editing that tomorrow. We made a huge bit of progress today on a video project I think you guys will like. It'll be pretty nice. Tex has been working on it for a while.
We've been working on some stupid things.
Yay.
Max Drive was the non-union replacement for B-movie copies of Road Warrior. I didn't really think of it that way before.
Really?
No. But I'm also not really... I guess it's like I'm not really that into
Did I make
Mad
these
Max,
Max
like-
hostile somehow?
like a lot of... yeah, that's what I was wondering. Goat, why are you getting attacked by the cows?
They haven't attacked me. They're just following me.
Well, why don't you stand next to it, see what happens?
See, that one has a friendly aura. It's weird.
Oh yeah, it's friend-shaped.
Yeah. Get out of here. You fucking mutt. You stupid mutt.
They've been playing some really lovely games on WPL. Games not seen on the esports channels, which is video game sports like chess or curling or sumo wrestling. Those cows want to be friends, says Diggs.
Friend.
Greetings. Hello.
Hi there.
What does Scrombles think of the bullpup shotgun?
Scrombles will use bullpup shotgun if he can get his hands on one.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not a personal fan of them, but I'm not sure Scrombles would be
out
either.
Of 12 gauge.
I think Scrombles would more understand like a musket.
An anonymous cheerer anonymously gave 100 pennies, wearing the ghost of mystery.
The ghost of mystery.
Yes, it's much like a cloak, but it's a ghost that you can wear. You possess the ghost. Doesn't that make sense? It wouldn't make sense in D&D.
It sounds like something that would come out of George Lucas's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a force ghost. He can lift up the car with his hand.
Yeah, it's just like, you can have fun.
So Polo says, to be honest, the first installment of Scromble Adventure, you spent a little more time talking about the game, and in Fallout 2, I feel a lot less you have to say about the game. Yeah, we do have a lot less to say, don't we? That's a good point.
We're showing it. But also, I don't know the game as intimately as Tex knew Fallout 1.
And I don't think Tex knows Fallout 2 nearly as intimately as he does 1.
1 is the one I played more of.
Yeah.
2 is the one I played, I think, 3 times. And
I've only played it once, and I never beat it.
There were, I want to say this, there were a lot of intervening years between each time I played 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had in my head, in between, kind of an idea of what I'd played last time and wanted to do, but I always ended up energy weapons, no matter what, my Fallout 2 playthroughs. I always ended up getting down the road of,
Yeah, you go to New Reno.
Exactly. It was just like, why not at that point? So I made my characters inevitably were like perception 7, agility 7, like monsters, where you just like wade into gunfights and just shoot everyone in the mouth.
Yeah.
I always did just regular guns, except for my Scrombles. Well, I didn't call it Scrombles then.
For Dancing Lights, we have done the win it run. That's what Tex did on Fallout 1 last time. It's where Scrombles Jr. comes from.
Yeah.
We did all
Scrombles
of
2.
He broke Fallout 1, and
I beat the game so badly
yes,
that it thought that the Brotherhood was this force of good after I decimated them with nothing but my hands. I beat them all to death, and they were like, the Brotherhood moved on to help everyone.
That's just what they told
Happily
people.
ever after.
Just cope.
After the bunker went very quiet.
For no reason at all.
yeah.
Yes.
I've not played Fallout 76, but I hear an awful lot about it from my mom.
Oh, your mom.
I want to see your
She
mom playing Fallout 76. I would love to watch that.
It's mostly her swearing.
Yeah.
It's mostly just her swearing at the game and saying like, "Oh, that's bullshit."
You should play it with Pablo and Canute.
And it's usually like,
She
yeah,
probably has.
she's probably seen you guys before. She just avoids people on the road. She doesn't confront people.
There we go.
She doesn't confront people.
She sets traps for them. Yeah.
I was going to say, like, what was the alternative? I was a little worried there.
She doesn't confront players, I should say. If she sees a player, she'll be like, I'm not going to tango with them. Because she's not great at shooters. So she sets up traps. And they are interesting the way she has explained them to me. They say it's been much improved now. I would certainly hope so. They've had a long time. I knew you'd be able to handle it. Let's see now. I owe you lots of money for those bomb and kill. I had one of my boys follow you out. All right.
Scrombles have many shiny... Oh, we're almost out of 44 ammo. Scromble have many shiny rock now.
What can you do with shiny rock?
We can find out, get horribly ripped off.
What?
Get ripped off. Let's see. Ooga.
Let's see. Ah, yes, avoiding people, my pastime. Yes.
All right, Scromble, go to Vault City.
Are you implying that Scrombles can't comprehend a gun unless it smokes like a SARS dreadnoughts?
Maybe. I think Scrombles understand certain things by how loud they are, like as a form of function. Like, gooder is louder, quiet is broken.
Slayer has been asking about Magistranum Mundanus. It is coming.
It is coming. I have put a lot of effort and time in trying to get it done.
As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to be
difficult.
checking in on that project anyway. So
Please.
no, I do all my audio stuff on Thursdays. I don't know why I said it like that. I do.
It's specifically in our contract.
I do all of my audio. I do on Thursdays. Don't ask me why. I don't have an explanation. I just do all the podcasts, all the edits that we do. Today was the only day where I took and said, "Nah, I'm going to do all that audio today for the other thing we're working on." But if it's audio, I do it on Thursdays. I don't know why.
Thursday.
We have episodes of it. We just have to make sure that it's okay to air, because in our games, especially when we're not streaming, we typically like to talk about personal things going in our lives that we'd rather not just put on the internet. You know what I mean? Like our address, for instance, that has been said a couple times. We would become location not redacted very quickly, I think, within the first episode.
Yeah.
Because we're very open. We're trying not to be like,
Well, that's the
a
thing.
show.
Is, like, I have people who ask us stuff behind the scenes, and I'm like, we have a fucking podcast. You can go listen to that, where we literally talk about what we're talking about
Yeah.
right now. The same shit.
This is exactly why I started the Courtesy Flush with Michael, was because we just started having these podcast level things for like an hour in a hallway, because we were talking about concepts like AI. And we're like, why don't we just have like a podcast or a stream? And that's where this came from. We'd been talking about it for like a year. And then here I am.
Here we are.
So Scrombles putting a silencer on a gun means switching to non-lethal rounds.
No, Scrombles putting silencer on the gun means he beats you with it.
I think the silencer is Scrombles think the gun is longer and therefore able to kill more.
You're right.
Where's the fucking... So that guy in the back stole his lost his watch, and he thinks that his old friend, the guy who we cleared the garden for, did it, but he didn't. He dropped it down the well, which you might remember we went to a while back. Now, how do I get... Okay, there we go.
Alternate brother. Thank you for the courtesy.
Alternate brother.
That's
was
the
an-
only other
That
quest
sounds like
we
an
can't
awesome
do in this
name.
town.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that... Wait.
Coming this summer. Alternate brother.
Who are you?
I'm you.
But better. My family actually loves me.
Man, that got real.
Yeah. I know. That's why I said it. I
All
heard
right.
that. I say the things that hurt me.
Oh, I thought you were going at me. I was like, damn.
What? I don't know shit. I'm talking about me,
There it is.
motherfucker.
All right, fine. Fine.
Throwing knife.
You're the guy who
Wow.
was eating the dehydrated egg like Cheetos.
And they're fucking great, though.
Imagine
Everybody
imagine
who
if-
says they're not just hasn't tried them.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
What if you had a store,
A store.
and you created those dehydrated egg bites and you added a little bit of spice to them, and you're like, Mike bites, and they're like, is this nothing but just dehydrated egg? And you're like, the farts will be loud. That's what it says on the back of the box.
I will sell weapons and items of both magical and non-magical nature at my store, and including dehydrated
isn't
eggs.
Real. Magic isn't real.
Whoa! Yes, it is. First of all, we pleaded on the last podcast for people who have magical powers to help us. We actually did
Yeah,
that.
we
You'll
did.
hear it.
It's fucking hilarious because we were like, hey, if anyone knows any real magic, like we're not
Please.
we're not trying to like make enemies. We're just saying like if
We
you
need
have-
help.
Yeah, we're not like
People are like, "Oh, I can do
Yeah.
like editing, I can do After Effects." They're like, "No, we need somebody with real magical powers." Like, if
Yeah.
you know somebody,
yeah. That was the joke that we were talking about, like what level of help. People are like, oh, can we reach out? Because someone said they'd say a prayer for me, and then someone said they weren't religious, but they'd like light incense or whatever, and then somebody else started talking about like voodoo. And so I was saying like, that's all nice. I appreciate it. But then I told Mike, and Mike's like, no, we should really get people with magic powers to like totally like
Come on.
Like, you know,
Quit. We don't have to hide in the shadows in the WPPL.
yeah, Mike's like, get off the fence, necromancers. Come out of the woods. if your spell magics are real, please come down and help us out. We would really love the animated dead.
They are the ultimate
Legions
coordinators
of
in
Doom.
family reunions, okay?
Best way to make new friends.
Yes. I'm like, oh, wow, the Smiths died in 1852. Let's see how they're doing.
Oh, my God.
Time for an unboxing video.
Ew, gross. Okay, Daisy says, eating freeze-dried eggs still dry is the way. They're not great rehydrated.
Yes.
I just realized that if you left those out because they are dehydrated, they would absorb the moisture and they would eventually become like gelatinous. Like,
Yeah, they would become,
I just realized
if you stuck it in like bog environment where it's just constantly moist outside. Yeah, I could see that. That's great, says Orc Slayers.
Orc Slayers.
Yeah. You put a paper bag on your head.
All right, we gotta wait for this guy to restock.
After some time, you remove it. Time travel complete.
That's amazing.
That's like something that that is honestly something my grandfather would have said to me. The one that was in World War II.
So Ben Gorham says, giant floor pentagram and black pants on an altar with lots of skulls. Why are skulls part of this?
Whoa, 14 pounds of butter just gave us 100 pennies.
14 pounds of butter. That is a specific amount of butter.
Oh, he doesn't actually give us a location of Gecko.
You know,
he's supposed to.
I knew a chick who ate, I would say, like a half-inch of butter on bread. And I was like, what the fuck? Some people think butter is a topping for everything. And I mean, to the point of like cream cheese.
You know, it's funny. My aunt...
she wasn't big. She was very skinny. Very tall, though.
Yeah.
Like a greyhound. You know what I mean? People who are just like... There's some people where it looks like if you drew a box around them and you grabbed the upper corner and you just pulled them straight up. You know? Just very lanky.
Oh. Hello, traveler.
So, welcome to Vault City, where you can't be anything because you're not a vault dweller. You get to be a servant like those guys. If you disagree,
look at their living quarters. They get to live outside.
Yeah, so it's the other city that was a little bit northeast of here is called Gecko, and it's a ghoul community built around a nuke plant. Now, and if we're a normal person, we get to go there and you see that they need a part from Vault City, but Vault City is like, oh, they're dirty mutants and they're trying to poison us, and you can resolve the conflict, and you can also crank call the Enclave, and it's fucking hilarious. But Scrombles doesn't, he can't do any of that shit. So yeah. Here's what we can do.
We destroy the town.
No, we can't.
What do you mean we can't destroy the town?
Look at all the laser turrets.
So
you punch them.
After the guy gave us money and I told the butter story, he said he didn't know how to take that story. So excellent. However, the next statement was, I got to lube up your bones with butter. And then Squatchhammer asking, is she Paula Dean's niece? You know, the secret to bread is butter. It's just a lot of it. I'm not saying butter's bad for anyone. I'm just saying when butter is by the yard, you know?
By the foot.
Yeah, it's just like when you get like an ice cream scoop out to put butter on bread.
Yeah.
Stop.
When it's a tub.
When it looks like the commercial. You know, when the commercial shows like rivers of it, and they're like, just put this much on your bread. I'm like, first of all, I don't have time for $7 bread.
Yeah.
This shit's expensive.
I like what Cookie says. Liquor stores are just alchemy shops that only sell potions of strength and courage.
I don't know if I'd call it that.
Potions of amnesia and regret.
Yeah. The potion of, man, when did the rain start happening?
Oh, yeah, so this guy's dying of radiation poisoning. Do we have Radaway? No.
Oh, Rambling Recollector says, I got a spell book off my shelf and it has a spell for money. I'm a little afraid.
Dude, you know what? You
cast it and let us know how it works out for you.
You know what? just cast it on something safe, like not the Federal Reserve or anything that would be. Choose a country. Choose like, I don't know, Greenland. See
they have not much there.
Yeah, just see if they.
So this kid lost his doll. It's Mr. Nixon.
Oh,
Well, we're nice Scrombles. We give it to him.
That's very nice.
This Nissan?
you found him. You found Mr. Nixon.
Bye, Mr. Nixon.
Scrombles very stupid.
And we got 100 XP. So this is Cassidy's bar, which if you've played New Vegas, you know
Yeah.
Rosa Sharon Cassidy. Cass, this is her dad.
Oh. Well, I ain't seen your type around here before.
And he's an old dude.
He's like, "Argh."
Oh, yeah. Hit on the head a little, huh? All right.
We can still trade with him, though. So he's got shotgun shells and rock gut, and that's it.
Venezuela money spilled didn't go so well.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
$800 for fucking shells.
Punch the
Damn, I
rads out of
should've
that
fucking
man.
invested in
Yeah, you need to
charisma.
punch the radiation out of his bones.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what's next. on the
Ryder
list.
Megalon is an ancient. He has been on the courtesy flush since damn near the beginning.
Wow.
He is an ancient one.
An ancient one. One who crawls through the
He's also in
depths
one of
the
your-
ocean.
He ended up in one of your MechWarrior videos in the background.
I'm sure. I mean,
I remember him yelling.
when I sit around and yell and have fun in videos and what have you, like I got out of MechWarrior Online for a while, a good long while, because I found that all the Twitch streamers and everything were just like really competitive and mean. So like you'd shoot them and they would just be like kind of dismissive and very rude when you're just trying to have fun with your friends
Yes.
in a game. Which is a weird
Yeah.
concept to some people.
Oh shit.
Okay, so this guy got kicked out of the
He's like, yeah, I'm old.
Vault City. Yeah, but there's an autodoc. However, it is fucked up. Can we fix it? Probably not. 9% repair. Let's try
Nah.
anyway.
9%'s a good odd.
Well, it's
5 days later, the machine explodes in your face.
wow.
Do you have tools? Nope. Yeah, we can't do it. All right. So we'll go to Happy Harry.
We'll just spend all evening.
Yeah, we're in the courtyard, which is where they let outsiders in.
Hmm.
But if we want to go to Vault City proper, you need to have a reason for it. Either be a trader, selling slaves.
Or you kill
certain
everyone and
goods.
get your way.
Yeah, that is possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You're Scrombles.
You're Scrombles.
Scrombles Sr. would have punched those turrets until they all died.
Scrombles too, like it's facing difficult.
He went to college, I know.
challenges that Scromble 1 no face. Have you seen price of real estate these days?
Scrombles Jr. read Nietzsche.
Oh Christ!
Mike, yeah, I've talked with Baradol a few times, but he kind of stays to his own job and stuff, and I
Scrombles
do
no
mine.
able trade. Fuck. Let's see if we can steal it. If not, this is getting a lot fucking tougher than I thought.
Take the eggs of a swallow, boil them, return them to the nest, and if the old swallow brings a root to the nest, take it. Put it into your purse and carry it in your pocket and be happy. That's the spell.
that is
Here we go.
a very...
That's like playing the lottery. I could just play the lottery. It's the same odds.
Okay, we just evened the odds
What if you did
tremendously
that
here.
and then all of a sudden had like all the wealth in the Western world and it caused a collapse? They're like, one person has all the money.
And yeah. No, that's a good point. I think that's literally the lottery. You play some odds and then you might win something. It's the same deal. You put the eggs in the nest, you might get a root. You might just get it to shit on your face. It's all just kind of up in the air, ain't it?
That sounds a little weird.
Fuck. All right.
It is. It's incredible. It's not little, it's very weird.
Yeah, okay, that sounds really weird. I don't get it.
Oh, Yogg's like, yeah,
All right.
18 months.
If we can
Wow.
pull this off,
I'm
we
gonna
will
make a
actually
bunch
be
of
able to start
animated
doing
emotes.
Things.
I have the skills to do so. I'll make some animated ones for you guys.
You should make some animated emotes that like flip around the screen and they like hurt to look at. Like they just spin faster and faster, and you look at them and you're like, oh god, fuck.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Then they'd probably kick me off Twitch.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like your wheel of MREs, you just make everything just. People start looking at it and it blurs time. People are like, oh my god, what is this?
Sound. The Chosen One and the Lone Wanderer are pretty much post-apocalyptic Forrest Gump. Yes.
Imagine Forrest Gump, but if they didn't cut the actual war fighting scenes out of it.
Oh god, it's like he's actually going and like stacking the Vietnam's bodies.
That's what I mean. Is he's just stacking the Viet Cong and he's just walking around. He's like, "That's what you get for running," and he's just like really fast and aggressive. And you're like, "Oh my god!"
He's like, "I don't want to do this.
They paid me to shoot people," and you're like, "Oh my god." They don't show that part. This is
Lieutenant Dan says we gotta slot them.
Well, that's
that's the racial epithet here.
Well, that's the thing. Is it's if you showed the grim side of that, that's Scrombles too.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Sunshine Temple says. I mean, Gump was a tunnel fighter. That was the grimmest, dirtiest part of Vietnam. So there's a lot that's unsaid about this guy. That is
what if he
hilarious.
What if he just didn't really do much?
You think he like went down there and like he was like, I just hung out with my new friends. And then
he was like, no, I think he went down there and then something went wrong and ended up trapped in it for like 2 weeks. And he's like, then they took me off tunnel duty.
Here we go.
That's how they'd get him out of it. He wouldn't actually get into anything. He'd be like, he would get trapped in a room somewhere and then they find him. And
That's
he ends up becoming a POW for like a few days and they get mad and release him.
Get mad and they're just like, get out, Gump.
Yeah, they would just release him. That's how that would work.
Yeah, don't do that anymore, Gump, please.
All right, so we are going to
be bopping.
We're gonna wait on going further into Vault City for now. I want to come back with Vic. So for now, we have a hunting rifle and a 10mm SMG. So we're gonna go all the way back to the den and we're gonna wipe out the Slavers Guild.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Bebop 2 has been subscribed for 15 months.
Wow.
Cassidy is a companion you can recruit.
Yeah.
Someone says if they showed those scenes, people would realize that Forrest Gump actually fights like Scrombles.
Yeah.
Just horrible. I just imagine you would have somebody who shoots like crazy all the way in with all their weapons like an octopus and then just starts beating people with their fists.
No, what I imagine is Gump, like his M16 jams, because it's, M16A1 in Vietnam. It just starts throwing rocks.
That's what I mean. And like rocks with enough force to kill people, like to death.
Yeah.
Like hits them with a rock and
or
they
he hits
die.
them and it doesn't kill them, but they go down and then he just runs up and starts like stamping them really fucking hard while doing the Elvis dance.
Yeah, like he just being weird, and that would work.
Yeah.
Beboppin is Stephen MR Even.
Stephen.
The one that has been sending us all these fine MREs.
MR Even.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. We ran into raiders.
Die.
All right. This is going to be sick. Watch this.
Okay, I'm watching this. You have armor on. You look a lot like the original Scrombles now. Oh my god.
That's right.
That man is dead. How did you kill them?
He's not dead. He's just knocked out. He's just sleeping.
This is my favorite job. What are you using? What gun is that?
That is a 308 hunting rifle.
Oh. This person is not going to survive this encounter.
These guys are fucking wrecking my shit, though.
I thought you said check this out.
No, I need to close a distance.
Okay.
So I can do this, which I don't think tech showed off very much.
No, I was always very economical with ammunition.
Scromble die.
Did you get shot to death? You just got shot to death.
These guys actually had good gear.
Wait a minute. You did the right thing, though.
Yeah.
You went into battle and you didn't care about the outcome. That's how you play this game. You go in there, you see a turret, you punch it.
Fuck yeah, you do.
And if that turret kills you, you get back up and you punch it again until it's dead.
Actually, you know what? We are going to go to Vault City because I remembered we need to steal mentats from Lynette so that we can go get a car.
Yeah, we need to be smart enough to eat chicken, right?
Yeah, it's like flowers for Algernon. It's like Scrombles can talk like a normal human being for like a couple hours, and then it goes back to being.
Why
like
would he want to?
Because car. So,
You can't get the car any other way. Like, it is literally impossible to get the car for any other way. You have to be smart enough to talk to him for it.
You have to be smart enough to talk like a normal human being.
Why?
Because he doesn't have dialogue if you're a tard like us.
And you can't just take the car?
Nope. Because
Why?
you gotta get him to what the fuck? I'm at weight capacity. No, I'm not. Anyway, he just doesn't talk to you, and you need to ask him to fix the car.
You can't fix it yourself?
Nope.
So literally, it's just it's like if you're not smart enough, you're not getting this car ever.
Correct.
Wow.
It
Okay.
wasn't. It's meant to. This is meant to like punish people that try to min max, because they're like, oh, I'll just play a low intelligence character and just focus all my shit on combat.
That's bullshit, though. No.
It was the 90s,
No.
dude. You could do shit like you. You could
No,
do
well,
shit
no,
like
I think
that.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to do whatever you want in your game. I'm not a fan of anything. I don't like artificial balance. It's not.
But
it's
also,
not
they
fun.
thought it was funny.
That is true. That is.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a town northeast of here, Gecko. We can't do literally anything there except like trade with one guy, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, just sprinting down the road. Yeah, I'm now picturing Forrest Gump's face badly photoshopped on that scene of the T-1000 from Terminator 2 chasing the car, just sprinting down the road, firing with his offhand.
That would be great. That would be fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, these are moonshiners. You know what? Let's see if this is a nope cave. Yes, it is a nope cave. We're out of here.
What is the...
Oh, no, wait, no. They're all baby Deathclaws.
Oh, that means you can kill them. That's terrible. Why would you do this?
They grow.
Yeah, they grow. That becomes someone else's problem.
Also, that took a 308 to the eye, and it's still going.
The lesser Deathclaw was critically hit in the eyes for 24 hit points. The result is massive damage to the Deathclaw's eyes. Yeah, no, that's a... And it's going to run away now because it's like, nope, I can't see. So you literally went in there, blinded one, and now you're leaving.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm just... I just want to be positioned so that I can leave whenever I want.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like you just created like a Disney villain. Where
Yeah.
you like blew its eye out and it's gonna have like a scar.
It's like Bambi.
Yes. Bambi didn't have a villain in it. It was just the hunter, wasn't it? Guy just shot his like dad.
Mom.
Yeah, like...
Both.
Just dropped everything. Just bang, bang.
Yeah, I don't think there was like a giant like smoke cloud like in Fern Gully or anything.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Fern Gully is a great movie.
The fucking... Oh, yeah.
All right, what's this?
That was... Fern Gully was tip-top for bad guy.
What's peace? What's good, Crow? Go. Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi there.
Bambi Claw. Remember, kids. If
this
you're
is
not
great.
in sports, you can use all the steroids you want. You're right.
He goo.
All right, so you're gonna shoot this cave full of lesser Deathclaws. How much experience do you get for killing them?
We're going to find out.
Well, you could. You should have said so at the bottom, or is it?
I
fine?
haven't finished the encounter. There's still the one trying to get away.
Oh, okay.
He's cornered. Oh, now I aggroed some of the other ones.
They're like, I hear noises in the other hall. I must find them. I hear a gunshot. You're just gonna keep shooting them in the eyes, huh?
Yep, I killed him. That's how you do it, man. It's how you kill the one in the bed and breakfast. We might go back and do that too, because for some reason, once you get a really good relationship with Modoc, Rose doesn't serve you food anymore because she's just like, oh, she just thanks you for helping out around town.
That's fucking bullshit.
I know. It's like a dialogue tree problem.
I know, but I mean, games back then had that.
Westpiece asks, how are you guys doing?
We are currently existing, doing what we do best, which is trying to not boil alive.
Yes, the air that is blowing on us.
Feels like on a long road trip in the back of a minivan.
It feels like somebody took a block of ice and is just like trying to blow a fan over it, and they're like, it does feel okay. I tell you right now, if this wasn't on, we'd be sitting here like just melting into the floor.
There'd just be like stains on the couch.
Yeah. We'd have fans like pointed at us half naked. We just call it the hot tub stream.
Yeah, see, that's why we're aiming for the eye, because it's not doing the trick if we're just going for body shots. However, if they're bunched up, we can do this.
I'm waiting for this thing.
I showed it earlier. I gibbed one of the Deathclaws.
Oh, you
I
gibbed
just
it?
did again.
Well, you shot it with a machine gun. That's amazing.
Yeah.
38.
It's also hilarious because in Fallout 1, the first companion you get, Ian, I think comes equipped with a 10mm SMG, or you get one for him relatively early, and he always, and this is huge meme where he'll accidentally friendly fire you in the back with a burst fire and kill the shit out of you.
He will kill the shit out of you and everyone on the screen.
Yeah.
Just like
1,500 experience.
Yep.
Because Ian uses that thing like fucking Kirk uses a phaser. It's just half the screen's gone, and he'll do that with again a 10mm submachine gun, and you'll be like in front of him kung fu fighting something, and he'll just drill you in the back 30 times. Game over.
Any chance we can get some game audio? You guys can't hear the game audio's there. You want me to turn it up louder than my voice? Because all it is a droning background and gunshots.
There's very good music in this
It's very
game.
Hans Zimmer. It's very it's Einon Zur, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, but it's very Hans Zimmer.
Who came
in
back
terms of his,
for, if not Fallout 3, definitely New Vegas.
Yeah.
As far as the St. Francois County website, I got one entry from our people. No one else sent me their entries, so I'm not sure if that's NDA'd from them or what, but yeah, I guess a few people entered. I don't know.
Only one leaves.
I don't know how they selected their finalists.
I don't think they did. I think they saw it and said, fuck this.
I think they just hired what they originally wanted to.
Oh, Notorious Ben says, Fern Gully taught me that forestry was a worthy profession and vital to many economies.
Fern Gully taught me that the logging industry destroys tiny civilizations all the time, full of singing animals and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, why did they play this 8 times when I was in school?
It was the beginning of that era, dude.
I know. They just kept playing it in school, and I was
Hey,
like, all right.
Dark Lodestar, what's up? Einon Zur is Tactics 3, 4, and possibly New Vegas 1 and 2 or something else, or someone else.
Well, thank you for the correction.
Yeah, I don't know who did the soundtrack. I was just like, most of the time it's just.
I know. It's a soundtrack. It sounds like literally, yeah.
It sounds like I'm listening to like a fucking Russian number station or something from Silent Hill.
You know what it actually sounds like? It sounds like the background of LifeWeb, which is a
there you
Space
go.
Station 13 server. You just hear like weird, creepy ambience and then sounds of horrific violence in the dark.
Yeah. Just got home. Welcome home. Goat is currently inside of a cave killing baby Deathclaws because he needs that sweet, sweet XP.
Yeah, God knows I do.
250 experience per? Wow. That's not great.
No.
So why are we doing this? Goat. These poor animals.
Scrombles sees he must destroy.
Dude.
It is time to acquire additional burger meat.
What about in the arms of an angel but with death claws?
In the arms of a Deathclaw. Oh, God! Ah!
You did get a level.
Yeah, you did. You might want to go add some points to your special.
I did get a level. Okay, shit.
A baby nope cave. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that mama Deathclaw is going to come back and be pissed.
Well, she can do something about it because you won't be here. Or maybe you will. Maybe we might, stumble in or whatever.
We got another spell.
A spell?
Yeah.
Oh.
I found a spell to open locks, says the Rambling Regulator. Kill a green frog, expose it to the sun for 3 days, powder or pulverize it. A little of this powder to put into a lock will open the same. Amazing.
Do you think that some guy wrote all this down and was like, I fucking hate frogs?
I think somebody got lost out in the woods and was just mixing shit together and being like, this will kill your bunions. And you're just like, yeah, okay.
I'm just thinking, it reminds me of my grandmother. My grandmother believed in, like, mustard powder.
But maybe that's how magic works in this universe. You do have to do all this.
Maybe.
Yeah, these guys are going to overwhelm and kill me if I keep fighting them. So we're going to nope out and go back to the den.
My name's Scromble. You need level.
Yeah, we're going to level.
Maybe that's why nobody thinks magic's real in this world, because it is just grinding frogs and stuff together. And so people are like, yeah, but I don't think that. They're like, there's an easier way to do it.
No.
Get well soon, evolution. Get well soon.
Yeah.
Don't die to that.
Please
There is one ghost in this game, and it triggers fucking autists on Fallout in general to argue that this game is not canon because they threw in a bunch of zany shit like that.
Evolution kills on YouTube. Sitting in a hospital, post-motorcycle accident, so happy to see the favorite game.
Shit, dude. Good well soon. Oh my lord. I don't need to see it's just like a regular tabletop RPG. The GM's like, alright, hang on, I gotta see how far each one of these guys can fucking move. Get out of there.
Yeah, it's like, just move the group, DM, please. No, they each have a turn and they each go, just move them, please.
You both know I can get out of this fucking cave faster than they can.
Yeah.
This really is GURPS.
Gotta have to make that decision,
GURPS. Which works really well for running Fallout as a tabletop game. Who would have thought?
Yep.
De gratia plena. All right. Let's see.
Choices.
Oh,
Pick
yeah,
a perk.
this one we can become a porn star.
Which is interesting, but useful not for much.
No, not really. Let me check my notes. It took notes of which perk I wanted to get.
The guy who brought up the grinding frogs may or may not have been named Alex Jones.
Toughness.
I don't think so. Ben doesn't seem like
you know
Alex
what?
Jones.
We're gonna do bonus move because that will save your fucking bacon by letting you just fuck off from situations.
What did you end up getting?
Bonus move, so we get like free movement.
Oh, that might actually be useful.
It's super useful because because you can do like hit and run attacks that are devastating. But first, let's see if we can kill that Deathclaw.
That Modoc.
Actually, you know what?
These cows are like, I'm sick and tired of your shit, Scrombles Jr. Get in that cave and kill those scorpions.
Oh, no.
Oh, the babies grew up and they're not happy about what you did. It's like a Deathclaw convention and they just like turn around with like little champagne glasses.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm sorry, sir, I believe you came to the wrong
I don't
cave.
think I want to deal with that adult Deathclaw at all.
No.
Indeed not.
What would you do if a child was right in front of you? FrankHorrigan.mp4. I just keep thinking back to that, man. They really got away with showing that shit.
I promise to make your death quick.
Who are they?
Raiders. Go,
did you
Gadget 308
promise?
to the eye.
Like, who did you promise? He's like, I promised. I'm like, who? Who did you promise?
Who are you quoting?
He has serious pain to his eyes after the shot to the eyes.
Yes. Please bunch up. We'll have to do this again sometime. Runs away. Yes, please bunch up.
That is quite the Raider experience, I'd say.
Oh.
That ain't nothing. As he watches his friend explode in front
As
of him.
you are shot through your friend multiple times, that ain't nothing.
These guys are all high as shit.
Well, time to send him to higher pastures yet, bud.
He
Chair
got
people.
shot through his friend again.
Organize a meeting with the chairman.
If you were to design a vault, how would you go about it? For this question, you would have a complete control over the design and implementation.
Are we going with the era of vaults from the lore where they...
Just whatever you want. Just whatever you want.
Experiments.
Yeah.
because they're not... They weren't originally all supposed to be social experiments.
Yeah, they were like, that would have been weird.
Yeah.
It's like, go ahead and sign up for this vault.
We destroyed everyone, so we learned nothing that we could apply to nobody.
Yeah, they just wanted to-
Congratulations, Vault Tech.
It's like they had one vault that had a great idea for it to be an experiment.
Remember when this was like scary
Yeah.
to us and we'd like pick up like one guy's weapon and run away?
Now we kill everyone.
Now we're going from just surviving to thriving and dominating.
Slowly.
Now we need to continue doing this until we acquire greater and greater amounts of equipment.
Your biggest Achilles heel is going to be your ammunition.
Not so, if we're smart.
When we get to San Francisco, it's ogre because Scrombles is going to learn kung fu and he's just
Yeah.
he's just going to style on everyone except for caves full of Deathclaws. I don't think you can ever really.
Is this
handle
Deathclaw
those.
Valley?
There's too many. There's
Yeah.
too many to do that.
It's
to.
really weird that they chose to make caves like that because you never run into that many Deathclaws in any other situation.
Maybe they are just a crazy migration season or something.
All right, these guys might actually hurt us.
I'm gonna feed you to my pet iguana.
All right, bonus move.
Yeah, that does come in handy, doesn't it? Yeah, you need to leave. These guys don't look like fun.
Well, yeah, but they might have good stuff.
I must be getting old. That actually hurt. As he falls to the ground. These guys have no fucking shame, man. They're just like, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna feel great about it.
Well,
Yeah.
they got not much to live for. I mean, they don't have like disco or like hot dogs
Or streamies.
They don't have like a fan base or friends. They don't have cursed images or memes. All they got is leather jackets and guns, and they're gonna fucking use them. That being said, I think you can take them as long as they don't kill the shit out of you. You have very low health though.
El Toxic Dog says, Mike, I found my brother-in-law's missing prosthetic leg. Sadly, it was after I preheated the oven at 350 to make meatloaf.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not good.
Yes.
So how would you design your vault?
Like any hardened facility, designed principally to last much longer than the intended design date by about 50 years. And then I would make it a small population with enough room to double its population within 50 years. And then I would design it to not open before 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years is a long time.
Yeah, enough time for the people who got us into the trouble in the first place to not be around anymore, and people raised after them to have all that knowledge and wisdom, but be free to not fuck up.
And they may still choose to fuck up, but that's okay.
Yeah, but all you're doing is buying a generation. But ideally, a vault would be located far enough away from enough things. I would build a vault that
14
preserved
health.
knowledge, mainly. I'd definitely do a canonical for Leibowitz.
If I can take out the one with a rifle, I'll be okay.
I'm not a warlord kind of guy, but a canonical for Leibowitz guy, I'm definitely that kind of guy.
There we go. Okay, these guys are fucked.
I hope so. That person is not going to hit you from that distance. He was hit in the head for 9 points from a 308.
Yeah.
That would have been a...
You need Heelys, buddy.
I want
You
to
gotta
conserve them.
Shut up.
Yeah,
and do
don't
your
die.
Heelys.
Don't waste all the time you spent trying to fight these guys just to save like a health point.
Because you'll be able to trade what you pick up from these guys for health, and you know it.
Yep.
A lot.
Yeah, don't do the thing I do with most of my health items in JRPGs, which is hold on to the super full health thing to the end of the game and
Yeah.
never use it.
Dark Lodestar says Tradesman and Doctor's Vault. Interesting idea. But yeah, Septagon, A Canticle for Leibowitz was actually written by a guy who was the tail gunner on a B-25, overflying a lot of dirty missions in the Rome and Italian Peninsula campaign. Fucking nice. And so the concepts of A Canticle for Leibowitz are the principles of a nuclear brotherhood, from which the Adeptus Mechanicus is copy seed and copy veed very directly.
You did it, man. You got 355 experience points
All
for
it
that.
took was for us to walk like halfway across the state of Oregon
If
rob a fucking trader blind.
what I would want to do, oh yeah, Septagon, the last section was sad and terrifying, but real. And one of the things that I would do, like, okay, if my vault had to have a theme, because they all have to have a stupid theme, right? Because the later Fallout games are like, oh, the vaults were wackadoodle, because the idea was to produce a useless and terrorized population that could be used for nothing. Or whatever they're planning these days. But what I would do is, okay, Mike, what do you got for theme?
What are you talking about?
Well, a vault has to have a theme. Even if it isn't an experiment, you have to be like, this is the vault that has all the guns, and it's the gun people. This is the vault that has all the food people. You know.
Oh, you mean like what is its theme? Oh, it would probably be very much like rebuilding types, where it's just like engineers and agriculture. Just that's the only, like, you have people there who know how to defend themselves. It's going to be multifaceted, but their whole thing is going to be like rebuilding food in a sustainable place, even if we can't do it outside.
You know what? Okay, I get what you're saying. Is people who would be like into aquaponics and hydroponics. So even if they became cave dwellers or whatever,
Yeah, if they become a subterranean culture forever.
so be it.
Yeah.
But they'll be protected. So your idea is stay underground, grow underground, build underground.
And if they don't, it's not just to stay underground. It's after that time passes and they open it up and shit's still fucked outside, they can close it back up and be like, nope, and then just live underground if they want to. Or they can just take the knowledge of what they've learned in the past 50 years to trade to other people on how to live underground. Because I'm assuming the rest of the Earth isn't going to be healed after shit that happened in Fallout.
Depends. That is something.
Because FEV changes a lot of things.
Well, it's not just a pure nuclear war. It's a nuclear war with all sorts of other horrific things in the atmosphere that just irrevocably change everything. So it's something you can't really compute for.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghostfish, really good point there. Excellent fine point in the history, and I can see that you've studied it. Thank you for bringing that up. But I also like looking at all sorts of, like, okay, if I was going to do a fun vault, I know what I'd do.
What's that?
One of the vaults that actually was kind of interesting from the cut content, where the expanded content was the Cult of Diana, you know.
Yeah, the twin mothers.
Yeah, the twin mothers and all that. And I thought that would be interesting. So, like, set up a vault where you have, like, the women are the security force and the militant part of it. And they create this sort of formation of, like, learned knowledge as a matriarchal, somewhat instructed thing, and you have the dudes as like the clerks and the craftsmen. And so you create this kind of very broad, sorry, not meaning to use that as a slang, like a broad economy.
No, it's like, but it's also like a primitivist, because that's what they were.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is I'm saying, okay, roll it back to more tribal, because if you're looking for an experiment, right? You want to create a civilization that can actually endure the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And the apocalypse has already fallen. So my idea was like to roll it back to more primitive tribal sorts of views of things and see if that would have a better chance with some technology and some more modern fixings. Yeah. It being able to reintegrate with a wasteland. Because the idea of like going out there with a rifle and forcing everyone into a tribal...
Scorpion!
That's not gonna work.
We saved some slaves. Where'd that guy go? Oh, there he is.
Cake Boss wants to make a vault called Vault 45, where
Oh no, I know where
it's
this
a bunch
is
of
going.
gunsmiths would be tossed and given specific designs to work from.
That would be
They would be
interesting.
restricted to those designs for the foreseeable future. The stupidity stems from them forgetting the reason behind it, leading to them worshipping the designers of these weapons.
See, that would be really cool. That would be like a cool thing. You'd be like, oh, those are the Browning boys, or like everyone has different things they're into. As far as it goes with. As far as it goes with societies, like SNES Slapboy says, Mike makes Moleman, Tex makes Amish, and I'm just trying to think that, like, because if you know that you can't rebuild in numbers, because there's no way. Like, I want to see a simulator.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, my vault is very much similar in yours. It's just that.
Well, how do you? Well, you and I are seeing the same problem. What's it going to be like after 50 years?
That's it.
Right.
And if I can't trade people with stuff that, like, they're gonna have their own currency.
Well, sure,
but I could trade them knowledge.
Right. What is a currency? And that's why I pointed out the twin mothers, but also because it's different. It's the idea of trying to create a society or civilization that can endure in a tribal age.
Yes.
Because if you go out there and you're like Vault City, I think Vault City would fall very easily because it's so different, so alien. And it's essentially hocus pocus magic. And as soon as people realize they're not gods and they can kill them, they'll take it all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you had some commonality with people, I'm not sure how to do that. So I'm thinking alternate structures might be required.
Yeah.
Like you might have to have a vault that is quite literally designed to be a monarchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have a vault that is designed to create hierarchies of like monarchies. Like you say, okay, everyone in this vault is given noble titles or what have you. So when they emerge as a monarchy and try to impose that system of order in the locality, and it works or it doesn't. And then you have another vault where its whole driven thing is like warlord band driven by the way of the gun. And so you find this very Villista sort of commune.
Speaking of way of the gun, remember these goons by the church who raffle stomped us like 5 different
indeed.
times?
Oh, it's time to get payback.
It's Scrombling time.
He comes back around the corner like 50 times bigger. And they're like, wow, you grew up fast. This motherfucker just shot me.
It just ran around the corner like it's Call of Duty.
Oh, in the back.
Oh, yes, but he activated my trap card.
Which is nice. But I just love running around. But no, the idea is, I mean, Mike and I are both seeing the same problem, which is what's it going to be like after 50 years? Because the idea that you can emerge from a vault after 50 or 100 years and just with rifles and a Bible and a no-to book suddenly repopulate the wasteland is crazy.
Yeah.
It's way too small a population to do so. A vault is way too small a viable population long term.
Yeah, because it's like, what, 1,000 people?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you have to create a civilization which can, once the cork is popped and the civilization emerges, then integrate again with the local population. You have to do that not only for command and control, but survival. Otherwise, you'll get wiped out by every flu. So I'm looking at that saying, well, what tribal structures could you actually try that once they emerged imparted? Because the idea of something like the Enclave where they go, well, we'll just raise the flag and taxes. Yeah. I'm like, that's not a plan.
Yeah, because you can go out and you can educate the locals on how to grow things, and that's actually useful to them. But also keep in mind that their upbringing in comparison to your vault upbringing is going to be way different. So if you train them how to better you in any way, they're going to go tribal oonga boonga on you at some point and fucking kill you.
Well,
take your shit.
Well, that's why you have to create a sort of way of integrating, like I say, with all the locals. Because if there's a difference, like they go, oh, the people in the vault have all the weapons and tech and you don't, then they're going to try to get it from you. But if you show that, no, this is a civilization that just happens to live in a vault, not just a hole in the ground that they can concrete over and wait 5 years.
Dogs One Up says incest is wincest. Thanks for the sub, man.
For reference, the Vault City is the vault where it was a control vault, so everything went right.
Yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like.
And what their meta is they trade medical technology, so like they manufacture stim packs and shit. in exchange for slaves and certain resources.
Well,
Yeah.
and Vault City is exactly what a vault's supposed to look like when all goes well. And that's the scary part. So you realize all these what-if ideas are perfectly valid. Like the idea of Monarchy Vault, Warlord Vault, Gun Fu Vault. You could have a vault where everyone just trains constantly with medieval and melee weapons and learns how to forge them.
Yeah.
Because they go, well, when we emerge, the technology base is going to be lower, so melee combat's going to come back.
Or we're also thinking a little too much local, too. Like, what if you made a vault that was specifically designed with getting off the planet and surviving somewhere else in space?
There was in the expanded lore. Like, there was...
so that makes more sense.
Yeah. So
they make like hydroponics in space and all that stuff, and they go to like Mars.
Well, there were stations, and that was the plan to like get away and do stuff like that. There were a few groups that were going to do that, but then the war started before they could actually get a chance to do it.
So like they'll build a vault, and then that whole vault's idea is to like, we're building a ship to get out of here.
Oh, so you mean that once it starts, they're like, okay, your objective for the next 100 years is to build a ship to get out.
Yeah, not just a ship to get
Like
out.
RimWorld.
To build a new ship that goes and colonizes anywhere we want to, because if we can survive in this environment, we can survive on Mars.
I get what you're saying. And again, that's an interesting idea because as far as any of these programs go, you are sealing a time capsule. So that's why I'm thinking what would be really interesting is, you know how there's the game Spore.
Yeah.
And the game Spore has phases. What if you had a game where, like Fallout, the game started where you design a vault or a fallout shelter, and you have to choose what kind of people you put in or whatever, and then the bombs fall. And you're locked in this fallout shelter, and you can send people out or what have you, and you can gather or lose people to all these things over time.
Yeah.
And then over time, the next phase of the game is you have to emerge and see how your preparation, what you did down there, research, and what have you learned. You do territorial control, and then either you can try to get off the planet or conquer the region. And I think that something like that would be interesting, where you're trying to pick up the pieces in a world that would be randomly destroyed each time based on a scenario. And so you wouldn't know what happened. You would just know as soon as the vault fell, okay, you're here. And 100 years are going to go by because it's like a century project. And so you have to make all these choices and then see how that affects those people in isolation for the changing outside world versus other shelters that may have done the same thing or differently.
And that's one thing they don't ever show in these games is observation of the outside world from inside the vault, because all of them are like, it's completely blind and I can't see. And I'm like, you have video screens,
Right.
not like we can't make closed circuit television.
It's not only that, it's you have radio. You have all of these things where you can listen. So even if there's limited technology, if there's one radio station running, you have information. Even though it's limited. You have some.
So like you can have like almost like a periscope come up out of like the ground.
Well,
and then it's all just connected on one wire, so it's not like they can climb down and go into your vault. It's like, no, a wire can go into your vault from the outside. It doesn't need to be completely sealed to the point where, because that's almost impossible. You have to get air down there.
Well, right, and the idea is like Fallout Dwarf Fortress, but imagine if you had the first part of the game was choosing your party, like a Dwarf Fortress party, and you choose your segments of population, and then you choose a program. And the program would be like the modifier. And it would be either it could be a normal vault where everything's normal, or it could be a modifier like, okay, only men can vote, or only women can have weapons, or this one's a monarchy or whatever. And it's like a weird modifier, but it gives you some bonuses because it's a modifier, you know? So it's like, if you do this program, we'll give you 30% more resources to design your facility.
Yeah.
And so your character would then be tempted to take as many strange handicaps like, oh, this place has 20-watt lights throughout the facility at maximum. And so everyone has like myopia and sees in the dark, and you create all these effects by this like kind of little ant farm. I think that would be kind of interesting as a game.
Well, and Dark Lodestar says vaults that work together, like the one that collects intel on how to deal with surface people. A group who can Unga Dunga if need be, and your leader class. So that's pretty good. Like they're all like different parts of like a centralized like unit.
Well, that would be interesting. Is you could create something really fun as a game like that, where you have a game cycle like Civ, where there's different cycles of the game at different paces of the game, but it's fun because it's somewhat running your own resourcing operation, but also like Dwarf Fortress, trying to figure out, even with all of your best prep, how you're gonna fuck up.
I like how you're just Looney Tunesing him around the building.
Yeah, that's how Scromble fight.
Yeah, Bulk Zerker says only men can vote, but only women can have weapons. Now that would be an interesting vault. I just ran that off the top of my head, but I think that's probably the primo vault experiment. Like, one half can be armed, but the other part makes decisions.
That's a sociological experiment done right.
Yeah, I think
it sounds like a 1980s B movie.
That's what I mean.
Like Carpenter Brute would make the soundtrack for it.
A lot of the vaults are experiments like that, but the problem is some of the worst ones are like, what if it was 99
What if everyone's
girls?
on drugs?
What if everyone was on drugs? It'd be like, yeah, they'd all be dead in 3 days. Like, that's not an experiment. Or what if everyone was one guy? Or what if it was 99 guys and one gal? Or whatever. Just, those are dumb. But I like the idea of, okay, you want to create a social experiment, but you want to have to try to create a tribal society or something that can function in the post-apocalypse. And so you have to create rules, and being in this vault would be kind of interesting because over time you could create and forge your rules of your civilization that when you emerged would be imprinted or accepted by the outside world.
Are you fighting a death level guard?
These AP rounds aren't doing shit. There's a bug the way that it calculates damage.
AP
Apkir.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Subscribed for another, it's been subscribed for 21 months. Says, I had a shitty day, blew up some spicy 347 volt gear today. Thanks for the streams. Continue to do weird stuff, please.
No problem. Cool.
Yeah, we got you. We're going to do a lot of weird stuff here. I got to find out who needs stuff over on WBPL, what their equipment stuff is.
Headshot. What?
Because if we got money from Courtesy Flush, we can help them out.
Courtesy Flush made money.
Yeah, well, if I did, I was going to say I could probably get somebody at least a decent pair of headphones.
Something. I mean, it's what it's all about. It's about just paying it back.
Great. We fucked them up. We did it, boys.
You did it. We completed the church. Now you can get in there and steal all their stuff.
That's right. Look, a Deagle brand Deagle.
All right. Who makes Deagles? IMI, right? Israeli men.
Well, depends. Yeah. 2 different companies.
Okay, we'll say IMI because they're the most famous one, right?
Well, they're the ones you want. I own an IMI Desert Eagle. The ones you can get nowadays, though, are made by Magnum Research Incorporated, and those are the ones that aren't worth as much.
Man, if there was any way for you to just like, there's not a platform out there right now that will allow you to just like bring your guns out and just show them without like tanking half of your viewer base because they just saw a gun in it.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
It's not your guys' fault. It's just how whoever controls whatever the bot sees. I don't think the bot sees it.
Yeah. This is
I think that's a person making
raw
that
materials
choice.
for drugs.
But yeah, no, Deagle brand Deagle, as they say, or the Desert Eagle for those of us with brain cells.
The Deagle brand Deagle.
I hate you. Yes, Magnum Research, air quotes. I want to know how much hand hurt can make.
Goat. Dark Blood Star says, "Goat, stay awesome."
Thank you.
We're the gunners. We're the gun runners. Vault people. I think so.
It's not stated.
Like, I want a vault where alternating months of the population is dosed with with a drug that then cuts them off. No, yeah, you're saying like some kind of like opiate or something.
I don't know.
It's a bunch of
all the
druggies.
drug vaults things are just eh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just saying, hey, welcome to Vault Cleveland. It's not exactly different from what was real. It's just now we're underground doing it.
Scrombles played doctor.
Yeah, I just bought it because as far as handguns go, finding a uncut, unmodified, unbroken, undropped, unseized original Israeli-made Desert Eagle in 44 Magnum with low round count is nearly impossible. And I found one, so I enjoyed it.
All right.
Never fired
Fully
one
healed.
before, so I can't tell you if they're met or not. I typically save that kind of opinion if I've actually fired the weapon, because it makes more sense. Because you could look at stat cards all day and you can read on what a weapon can do, but till you have it in your hands, you won't know. Like,
Well, it's not only that. It's like I don't want to do like gun content purely. I just don't,
No.
because like I'm a gunsmith. I work on stuff like this. I build firearms, and like I don't want to just be like, hey, here's a bunch of things like related to work I do, because that is boring to me. I just like working on it and building it and then showing it when it's done. But when I'm working on it, it's work.
yeah, and if you want that kind of stuff, there's plenty of people who
Exactly.
do it constantly.
There's plenty of people who don't mind doing that and filming every step of it or whatever. I just never was comfortable with that. So there's a lot of people like, Tex, you should show shooting all the stuff, and I'm like,
We're also not looking to go on platforms that are just specifically made for,
XYZ.
XYZ content. We're just here to have a platform to do this. If this platform says, no, you can't go around showing off your guns, well then, gosh darn it, I guess we can't show our guns on this platform. We're here as guests. That's how I've always viewed this and YouTube. As much
Yeah.
as I don't like any of the rules here, like I can't say certain words, it's their platform. They can make the rules up. This is where the majority of people are. If somebody has a platform out there that is completely free and open and is able to do all this stuff that we would like to do, it needs to have the viewer base for it. It can't just be the same gaggle fucks of dudes who are all just like, we only like one type of content and that's the only thing we want here. And that usually ends up being on those platforms, unfortunately.
the old guy on the gun range actually liked the Deagle. He was like, God, that's clean. And I was like, yes,
That guy's hard to impress.
Yeah.
Well, he knows that it's I collect things that I find interesting mechanically.
You can see we're cheesing the game using bonus move.
Oh yeah, bonus move is fucking awesome.
No shame.
And half the people asking you gun questions ask you gun questions like they're the fucking NRA. Not the NRA, sorry, the
ATF.
ATF,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like, Tex, what do you think about pinning and welding barrels to get around that interesting barrel length? And I'm like, haha, nice try.
Nice try, government man.
You got nothing
Nice
better to
try.
do, really?
Yeah.
Pornhub might actually work out pretty well for that.
No.
I think Pornhub. If I
For
had
guns, yeah.
if I had a Pornhub account,
Think about
it would just be me like tinkering on a gun and just be like complaining about.
Dude, it
No,
would be the
I
most
just-
wholesome content.
I would just honestly be sitting there complaining about like how people push rivets anymore because they don't push them all the way through. They think they're gonna hurt things by pushing rivets, and I'm like, no. If you have a fucking rivet, you need to actually drive it all the way through, and you need to know how to end a rivet. You need to know how to do that correctly, and a lot of people don't know how to use a bucking bar either. So I'll see people who make their own like AKs, and because they've built like 10 ARs and they have like the IKEA problem where they're like, I made it partially myself, so it's worth more. Like it's like,
Yeah.
no, it came in pieces. That's assembly. But like when you have to build an AK and you have to get in with bucking bars, or God, a 1919 rebuild is a bastard. And you get into stuff like that. All I would do is just grumble. It would be me kvetching for like 2 hours as I just sit there and rivet.
Yeah. Robert says, how about a vault full of clones? Like Gary with a smiley face.
That was
Gary with
Gary
another...
was funny.
Gary with an angry face. Very angry Gary. Gary with a knife.
So the Smurfville
Okay,
vault.
let's get in with the fun ones. I got an idea. All right, here. The Rambling Recollector says, what if the vault had a front section that was full of robots made to look and sound like the puppets from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but all the robots have laser eyes?
No.
Yeah. Welcome to the land of make-believe. Like your life, it's make-believe. And then like lasers, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, no, the Raiders are like, I'm going to drink
Recollector.
from your skull. And it's like, interesting concept, that.
I disbelieve
That wasn't very neighborly of you.
Yeah, the fucking trolley like flies off the track and hits him in the head.
Are you trying to sneak your feet into the shot? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm trying to stretch because I have a leg cramp.
I know.
Yeah.
He's doing this like ultra like...
I have very long stretched leg.
Yeah, he's imagine this guy, right, who's so tall and he has such a short torso. You know, that's what Tex looks like.
Yeah. For all the people out there.
I'm kidding.
No, God. It's well, someone tried to think what I looked like based on my voice, and I said, you know, I used a Pablo quote.
Yeah.
I said it's not dad bod, it's more a father figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the person I said that to was like, I don't get it. And I was like, hold on, let me get the Minecraft joke book. I might have some here speed. They were destroyed.
Yes.
They closed the window. So yeah, I don't people well.
Imagine like this guy's just been sitting here this whole time trying to eat his like rat soup.
Yeah,
Here at
someone's
this
having a
fucking
raging gunfight
Fallout
through this one
Cracker
window.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fallout Cracker Barrel's just getting shot up from the fucking...
over 100 rounds of 308, I think at this point, have been fired out this window.
Ouch!
We're just like shooting and then stepping away from the window like it's a fucking Western. All right, now I'm gonna have to actually
Secret
fight
BPL fact: Tex is really 5'4".
I
People thought I was 5'4" based on a picture.
Why is everyone try to size everyone up? Like I slouch.
We're the same height.
I
We're all the same height.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all the same height. I slouch a lot.
We all do.
I
Yeah,
have bad
I
back.
don't.
a tall dwarf
I
is a
don't
good way.
fucking. Do I slouch?
I was gonna say, if you guys saw Tex in the public, you wouldn't know it's him. He looks like a normal dude. It's weird. Everyone's just
What?
like, I
Tex
think.
doesn't have an eye patch and a robot arm?
No,
There
he's
was a guy who asked when I lost my arm. There was a lady who asked when I lost my eye.
Yeah, they all think you have like missing. It's like, no, he looks like a normal dude. Like if you go to a Walmart and a guy who's wearing like all Duluth, that's usually either it's Tex or somebody Tex knows.
I look like a guy out in public who probably owns stock in a tire shop. I do not look.
Yeah, you look like a mechanic who's off duty.
I don't look well. I'm usually well groomed. Like I'm not like a pile of stink lines. Or
I look
something.
like what you'd expect to see as clientele for Walmart. So I totally get that.
Yeah. No. I mean, I 6 foot tall, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is anymore because I remember back in the day it was like 5'11" and under was like manlet. And I was like,
These days, even 6 foot is manlet.
yeah, I don't even know what tall is anymore. So
6 foot tall, more like, who cares?
yeah. Well, that's the
6
thing.
foot tall, more like fuck it all.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Is like when they're sitting there talking about like height or whatever. I'm like, why are you sizing me up? Are you like trying to find a coffin that fits me? Are you looking at like trying to jump over me with a horse? Like, why is this height necessary?
It's a woman
Does
thing.
Tex have a beard? I don't know. Are we playing Guess Who?
Hold on. Let's ask. Let's ask. Yeah, Tex has a beard.
Yeah, he has a beard. It's quite a beard.
In an epic twist, those were actually pubes.
Ugh, Jesus.
Oh, no robot.
This
Now you can tell me.
microphone needs to burn.
Tex doesn't have Gabriel Knight's hair. Gabriel Knight's hair is pretty wild. The one in Gabriel Knight 2, it looks like...
Gabriel Knight has
my hair. Yeah, I look like a NASA mission controller.
You do.
And
With the
that-
headphones on, you definitely do.
I look like a NASA mission controller, and that it's like the widow's peak and like just buzz cut, and I look like I need to have like a messy tie on with a white fucked up suit and a cigarette, and I just need to be going like, close the doors. Close the doors.
I just look like I'm unemployed all the time, even when I had a job. Everybody just assumed
Oh,
like
I accidentally shot this guy.
Everyone assumed I wasn't supposed to be wherever I was,
Yeah, you just-
because no matter how straight I made myself look in any situation, people are like, that guy looks like he's gonna steal something.
It's the teeth.
Yeah, it has to
It
be.
makes you look poor.
I do. I have those teeth, man. It's just genetics. Can't help it.
Hey,
Get them fixed. You know? Yeah. Okay. Let's bring myself out of poverty so I can put myself back
Yeah.
in poverty to clean my
That's what I'm
teeth.
saying. It's poor people shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just I don't get it. Like people have a view and they're like, someone has to look like a certain way, and I'm like, have you seen people in fucking radio? Like you're like, oh, this is what they must look like, and then you go actually look at them and you're like, no, not really.
To understand where we stand next to our idol, I would imagine be the reason to be finding out the height of people. Yeah, it's standing next to people. Yeah, he's 6 foot tall. I think I'm 6 foot tall. and Goat's like 6 foot tall. We're all just like 6 foot tall dudes here.
Yeah, I just slump.
We
I
all passed
slouch.
the fucking Tinder test or whatever it's called.
I don't know what any of that is because people make references to like 6 foot tall, and again, I'm like, what is the reference? Are you like trying to decide?
We were all playing video games when you guys came up with this bullshit. So fill us in. Like
Please,
that's what. Like we're not stupid. Like that's the point.
This guy's smart
just
enough
need
to not just stand in
context,
the
like, what
doorway,
does
so
that
we're gonna
mean?
fight him.
Yeah. A lot of people will share things like those kinds of memes to me, and I'm like, I was busy playing or working on something when you guys came up with this bullshit.
While you were swiping on Tinder, I was studying the blade.
I was
busy playing Fallout.
I studied the blade quite well. Did you know they call me Mike McGillicuddy for a reason? Because I cut hard. You guys don't believe me. You guys just looked at. You guys just completely just ran that over.
So Zyme says if you
Wow.
were less than 6 foot tall, good luck getting a Tinder date. According to who? Yeah, I'm sure that's not really predicated on actual truth.
Well, you got to also think about it. Tinder is not a lifelong mate.
No,
The idea of the app is
Rob got married from someone he met on Tinder.
you can. It's not the
I know,
idea though.
no.
You're not going like if you're going into Tinder thinking I'm gonna find my future wife. That's not the purpose of the platform. If you do, that's just lucky.
Well, it's fair. I mean, it's like going on Twitch and saying I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, it's the same. It's literally the same problem. Yeah, 0 to awkward really damn quick. Yeah, well, that's because Tex and Goat don't like most of the stuff I say. So
No, it's fine. You're fine.
yeah, that's what people who don't.
I don't have anything to add. He's just dropping
say.
fucking truth bombs.
You're
Yeah.
dropping truth bombs. The way I look at it is I don't understand people in general. I don't people very well. But
Malik 132. Thanks for the courtesy.
It's not something I get. I don't kind of understand why people kind of paint a picture of somebody because like you're on screen, you're on camera, and you still have people who don't get you, and they'll say stuff to you, and you're
And
like,
they live with me, and they still don't get me.
Yeah.
I've
That's
lived
fair.
a life of. It seems like everyone thinks I'm a mystery.
You're a mysterious stranger.
I don't know why. I literally tell people what I do, and then they're like, "Yeah, but you seem like you're up to something." Is it really the teeth? Does my teeth say that guy steals the copper out of my walls? Is that what this is?
Your hands don't say it. I've seen copper thieves in my day. And
No, my hands are quite nice,
Yeah.
actually.
They tend to be they tend to be very, very stout people.
Yeah, I take very good care of the skin of my hands because I like my hands.
Oh yes. I'm just a voice offline, but for anyone to presume that I believe that my place in this world is predicated by esteem, I will assure you I
fuck
have
you,
none.
Vic. I fucking save you and you won't fucking work with me. Go
He's
fuck
from
yourself.
Cleveland, so they don't expect it. So they expect it to be shady. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Hatt says I have the Sigma grind set. That's why I use Grinder. Wow.
Zyoku Kiro, I get the same reaction, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
been
let's
like that
go.
most of my life, and it's probably not going to change. That's why I'm not like too upset about it when people are like, "Well, that was awkward." I'm like, dude, that's like 90% of the conversations I have. I'll say something that people have to be like, "Wow, I need to really reflect on that." Either it being something real or something like so bizarre.
So Scorch says 6 foot tall meme is basically a weird
Yeah.
derailment of general toxic masculinity sentiment that you must be tall and fit to be viewed as attractive by the opposite sex. It reminded me of a lot of that 4chan bait crap where someone would say, "Oh, you don't X or Y," like, "Oh, you don't eat 3 dozen eggs every day, you're not in shape."
You're never gonna
Yeah.
make it.
It's like, my God.
I click a button and make an AMD Threadripper want to kill itself. Yeah. Well, look, it's not that I'm doing it inefficiently. It's just that, unfortunately, we're doing everything at a level we probably aren't supposed to be. Like, we're supposed to be at like a lower level according to like every production out there, but we're not. We're just going like,
we don't know what we're doing.
like, fuck it, man, turn it up to 11. And they're like, but why? It's too loud and everyone's dying. We're like, 12 now.
37. And Luca, you're most welcome. We enjoyed
Yeah.
making Star Trek. We're going to have some more Star Trek on the Courtesy Flush as well. We're going to have some more RPGs like Star Trek over on the podcast that we recorded.
Magistrata Mundanus.
Magistrata Mundanus
It's
is coming, and it's in its final passes. And then after that will be, believe it or not, Deputy's Traveler game.
Yeah. I keep forgetting we've been recording it this whole time.
Yeah, we've been recording it the whole time. And
Dog Disciple 42. I saw that. Thank you for the courtesy.
Thank you, sir. And I just can't believe that I got talked into by my friends into playing essentially a meme of a character. And I've had fun with it, actually. Fucking Krobon the Adequate.
Yeah, it's been great listening to you guys like basically fumble around the spaceship, and I'm just in the back like, hey, I'm gonna fix this thing. I rolled with whatever character was given to me, and apparently that was the wrong move, as you guys will soon hear, as my character has the weakest stats of everyone on the crew, but he acts like he doesn't.
Yeah, but that's fine because it's in Traveler. Think about all the roles we've done. None of our stats have helped us.
No.
I
didn't even train my character because I didn't even know I could do that. So I've just been sitting here like, oh yeah, I guess I should probably be able to do that.
Well, I played a character that's so culturally hamstrung he can't do anything, but he does know explosives really well.
We free slaves.
Yeah, and
I think they're supposed to tell us where
that
camp is.
It's nice to know that I'm not the only person out there who opens their mouth and suddenly makes things awkward. Hey, it's okay, man.
Dark Lizard, no, the Tabletop Podcast has not gone live. I think I'm just going to put them on the BPL podcast and put the tags in there, and I'll put all the episodes up at once.
Yeah.
So that way, they'll all be there, and you can listen to them. If not, normal podcast the next week.
We're working on it right now.
All right, we've officially gotten over the first major hump and actually being able to do stuff in this game.
I don't want to make any promises that we can't keep, but it's coming very soon. That's it. That's
Also,
all I want to say right now.
Just dies in this section of the map. I don't know why.
It happens sometimes, especially in older games.
Yeah, but we're going to go to Becky's, which is the only bar in town where the games aren't rigged and your gambling skill doesn't account for anything. It's literally just actual probability.
Oh, God, I wish games...
And she gives us money.
I wish games with gambling mechanics would just actually have probability. It would be way more fun.
I love Fallout New Vegas where you just get your luck up all the way. And they're like, winner, winner, winner. And you just like blow the shit out of all the casinos. So you go to New Vegas and you leave owning it. And you make so much fucking money that you can just buy all the weapons.
Yeah.
Or you buy 308 ammo to feed your fucking... your Garand or something, and you get broke.
L. Martin says you might like Judgment Rights in 25th Anniversary. I do like those games.
That is a tough fucking game.
I'll say this much. What's that say? Terminal Lurch? Thanks for the courtesy.
Save goat.
I did.
Yeah, he's been saving like crazy.
I know. I'm just saying paranoid and like.
But no, 25th Anniversary is the only one where it actually has all of the. Like, if you go online and look for a guide for 25th Anniversary, you'll get 100% of the game completed. Judgment Rights, there isn't a guide that I've been able to find that can give you 100% of the game completed.
Hi, Soap Dictator.
It's that hard. It's that hard and that unknown, and it's also just that bullshit sometimes. Judgment Rights doesn't fuck around.
Oh yeah, and Soap Dictator, sir, yeah, we played some CNC because I just noticed nothing was going on WBPL 76, and I had a little bit of free time.
I was glad that we got that set up.
Yeah, that was fun. I appreciate it. And then Fallout 2, yeah, it's a good day. And Ghostfish, sir, yes, the New Vegas economy is pretty fucked. And when I do Fallout 3, will it be via A Tale of Two Wastelands? I'm not sure.
That's a mod where you can switch between New Vegas and Fallout 3. I would recommend it.
These geckos were just having a cookout with their like plant friends.
Yeah,
they said were.
Just walked in, kicked sand all over the fucking burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want more Arcanum? Oh, trust me, we got more Arcanum. We just...
it takes a while because with Arcanum, I got ground down in it, and I was just like...
It happens every time.
Well,
it's that part of the game.
Yeah, it is that part of the game. It's the part where people start over generally.
So this is the part of that's the part of the game where you go to yourself, should I mod it?
And thank you, Recollector. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Appreciate it.
Hope you guys have a good one.
And I wouldn't recommend everyone watch everything I do on the internet. It will drive you crazy.
Judgment rights will eat your lunch in front of you.
Yes, it will. It was like, hey, gloves are off. Fuck you.
Let's you know what? I haven't done this in a while. Let's go ahead and cut to a sponsor really quick while Goat continues murdering these poor things.
Sure, no problem.
Yes.
Take a fucking piss.
Take a fucking piss.
It's energy drink. The only energy drink with saturated fat. Now, with 21% penis. Yeah. How does it work?
How does it work?
I just love that. So
How does it work?
This is 2008.
That was 14 years ago.
Yes, I made this video 14 years ago.
Piss penetrates the tiny cells of the lungs, which spread into cancer, slowly mutilating the gene that affects normal breathing patterns. Every cup of piss is doing you damage.
Whoa, awesome.
Take a fucking piss.
Piss is not sold in stores. Please drink responsibly. Actually, do not drink piss at all. Do not take piss or seek pregnant man or brain living being. Common side effects include diarrhea, vomiting, pain, itching, fever, soreness, diabetes, stroke, or seizure.
There it is. That was my 14 years ago, and Mike still looks the same.
Piss.
Piss energy drink, the only energy drink with saturated fat.
Great, now we just style on these guys. Let me see how we're doing on ammo. Got plenty of 10 mil. Starting to run a little bit low.
I think it was like 22.
We'll be okay.
22.
21. Yeah, 21.
Ah, old school YouTube.
Yeah. Mike is like Keanu Reeves. It's spooky. I think it's also because
As
it's-
far as
it's-
it goes,
yeah.
Unilius, that was Mike's old crew. That's not Goat.
No.
And it's certainly not me.
no, that's Ryan and Kevin. That was from a long time ago.
I don't know how old you people think I am. I was like, 2008, I was
You were still in school.
still in like middle school.
Yeah.
Again, I think, in all honesty, even if I showed my face, people wouldn't believe it. People would just start thinking something else was, just because of how things
No,
are.
that's what Diggs looks like.
Exactly. People would just create something in their own head. It's
Mike is actually real world Q.
yeah. I
Like,
mean,
just show up in
what-
mariachi bands.
what if you revealed at the end of the courtesy flush that like you were throwing your voice the whole time like a ventriloquist?
Yeah.
And I was you and you were me and you're like, good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Just that would be amazing.
I do have the face for somebody who does radio. That's for sure.
Oof.
You know,
Someone said we don't have the face for radio. You have the face for like a library archive or something. I was like,
Yeah.
ow.
No, I'm not a handsome countenance. No, I also
You got a strong face.
a strong face.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Hello. Yeah. Oh, you mean hello?
Ah,
hey,
yes,
hey there,
my
Mike.
friend, known for his strong face.
Yeah, it's like
But
top
what?
features.
Thank you.
Rugged.
Yes. Ah, splendid. Hard life.
What's
what I'm
splendid?
saying is that I
Nothing.
don't understand why people would assume that someone's voice would be attached to something strange like that.
Dude, I
It's-
knew a guy in high school who he had a voice that was like deeper than you at like 16. He was like if you're listening, dude, like, I'm sure you're looking fucking great now, but at the time he had like really bad acne, and I did too. But like he had like the deepest, most resonating voice you've ever heard.
Yeah. Tex has a strong face.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Strong face. That's how you describe it. My strong-faced friend.
Tex
here.
looks like
Yeah.
Tex looks like he crawled out of a hole where it's like 1880.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ. Yeah, you do
I
have you do have trench eye.
Trench eye.
Tex looks like he walked. Tex looks like he walked out of one of those old
Tex is-
sepia photos.
I look like I walked out of an old sepia, but I look like a guy who died in a foundry accident in the 1870s.
You do. Yeah.
I got old trench eye.
You
according to
do.
Mike.
You do. It's
Old
because you go.
trench
Anytime
eye.
there's any sort of light source, you immediately squint like you've been sitting in the trenches all day.
Old trench eye Tex with his squinty trench eye and his strong face. It sounds
Tex
like
strong face.
It sounds like you're describing an AI. You're like, oh yeah, he's a strong face.
He's in a
with
tube floating.
Trench eye.
It's a
He's got
face.
trench eye.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, Jerry. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man, I love the Mystery Science references. Yeah, Dust Bowl railway worker.
Dust Bowl railway worker.
Not wrong. He definitely has that look. Like if you take a picture of Tex in era period clothing and put him in front of an old factory, you would assume he is from that era.
Jesus.
Any era. And I'm not talking, you could be in the future or you could be in the past. You have a face that fits any of those things. Me, I sit in one era. 1975 to 1985.
No, you look like an extra from Stranger Things.
I do.
Like if you worked at the comic store in Stranger Things, I think you'd be fine.
Maybe I'll regret asking this. What does Goat look like?
You often look like somebody who
You look
runs.
like the bad guy.
Bad guy from fucking Black Hole. I know. What else?
No, I wasn't gonna say bad guy from Black Hole. I was gonna say you look like somebody who would be running like a pirate radio station.
I kind of am, aren't I?
I don't know. Are you running
What's this?
This isn't pirate radio. I'm doing this. I signed an agreement to say yes, I will use your platform and not post boobs. Like I did all of that for you.
Thank you.
I promised I would not show my boobs for you.
So did Mike
Sacrifices
love his friends that he gave up his one begotten boob.
Let's see here. The face of an Appalachian child miner. Zaiku says you look like the Unabomber.
I look like the Unabomber. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you look like a steamer captain. Indifferent dude number 7 from Dark Lodestar. Strong face sounds like an AI description of someone, like an AI written commercial that was a waitress speaking a wet voice.
Yeah.
Wet voice. Secret soup.
My voice moistens the air, which allows the savory of the soup to be better than ever before.
That's fair.
I think it's also about time we hung this call up here, huh? What time is it? What do we got? Oh, we're 2 hours in. This is perfect. We can call it right here.
I mean, I'm sitting here just constantly.
Yeah, we're
shifting.
sinking into the couch.
I'm just slowly dying.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Anyway.
The ring.
So what did we accomplish, Goat, since we've been here?
We wiped out the slave. We cleared out a garden. We
Modoc.
guarded some Brahmin. We healed a Brahmin. We tried to slaughter that Brahmin, but we were too stupid. And then we went back, and then we stole a bunch of guns, went back to the den, wiped out the church bandits, wiped out the Slavers Guild, freed the slaves, and Vic friend zoned us. Not even that, because he won't even be our friend and follow us out into the wasteland.
His mistake.
His fucking loss. He would have totally died in like one of these random encounters.
Kite Harper said, "Old Trench Eye Strong Face, the name of a Diablo rare."
That is true.
Like you find Trench Eye Strong Face, 1d8 damage per lashing attack.
He is. Often you quote Diablo, but I think I quote just all the weird sounds you get from it, where it's just like
out of mana.
Out of mana. I can't. Not here. Not in town.
Not in town.
Yeah.
Deckard Cain, leave this place.
Look, if you've never walked into a grocery store and just started saying weird shit before, you're a liar. I'm going to call you out right here.
The
Not
docks
here.
of Curast.
Yes, exactly. We have said some things in grocery stores that I'm fairly certain would have gotten us institutionalized, if heard by any sane person. But those places don't often frequent people like that.
Sometimes I act like Mike and I are RPG characters.
Yeah.
Walking around, and I'll just like pick things up, and I'll just be going like, this bird I should take to the Mephiston docks. There is a man there who will retrieve it. Mike, make sure to get the jalapenos. We need them.
And then I just have to look around and see if anybody's watching us, because I'm like, oh god, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
We are.
We usually don't. Nobody really cares. They know we have money and we're gonna purchase our goods, so they don't bother us.
Everyone since the start of COVID has stopped paying attention to other people in public. I've just noticed that.
Yeah, we could be pretending like we're people from the future, talking about like, wow, they still pickle their food. What a strange barbaric culture this is. They don't have the ability to just form it on command. They had to go here and spend currency.
Strange.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Very strange.
But yeah, that's the end of tonight's street. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Too much clutter going on in the background.
Stay a while.
Or are you talking about something else? No,
Listen.
that's our shelf we haven't finished putting stuff on yet.
Don't worry.
Yeah, they're actually getting a full view of the other shelf now.
The Heradric Cube.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Heradric Cube allows you to avoid DRM on video games?
It does. You just have to combine some bullshit and...
Combine a magnet and a copy of your favorite... Oh, no, it's broken. That's what you get for piracy.
What if you combined a wasp and then wasp hornet killer spray?
Well, as it would surprise you, the wasp doesn't do very well. I put it in the cube for hours.
What if it's a wasp that kills other wasps?
We call that a hammer.
That's true. As you know, the second name for a wasp is a hammer. Anyway, that's what we talk about when we're tired.
That's fair. We should raid WBPL. Can we do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
Everybody go to WB.
All right.
We could do that. Hey, you know what?
Raid.
You know what? Wait.
WBPL.
Hold on.
Wrong one.
Here's what I need you guys to do. When you go over there, whoever's streaming, I think it's Aloe doing Shipbreaker. Whatever Aloe's doing, I need you to go over there and tell him to do his best Christopher Walken. I've never heard him do Christopher Walken in my life. But I want all of you to tell him that he does a great Christopher Walken impersonation and that you really need to hear it, and Tech said so.
I don't know if they can hear us anymore. I hit raid. I hit it right in the middle of you explaining that.
All right.
Can you guys still hear us?
We'll see.
Can you guys still hear our noises?
Yeah,
they can hear. They can still hear.
Yeah, don't worry. Get the fuck over there, guys.
They're
Go,
already
go, go.
there.
Yeah.
They're rated already. We rated them. We're over his content. I don't think I can show it without like having that computer over there. But yeah, we could totally. It'd be kind of funny if we just start rating them and just start like going like,
yeah.
look at this gameplay right
Look
here.
at me.
Yeah,
Look at me.
we just.
I am the
instantly-
streamer now.
That would be great. Just add layers to it.
I don't know what. Okay, what do you guys see? Explain to us what you could see. Oh, you can. Oh, tell me if you guys can only see us or hear us. What do you see?
YouTube people that can see and hear us. It's just the Twitch people that are fucked.
Oh yeah, the Twitch people. Yeah. Okay, if you're on YouTube, you can still hear us.
Oh, thanks
All
for
right.
putting that bar in time. My fucking foot was at a camera
All right.
angle.
Later.
Yeah. Anyway,
Bye.
guys, have a good one. Enjoy WBPL 76, and we'll see you next time on the next Courtesy Flush. You guys have a good one, and take care, and see you next time. Friday, probably.